Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Renaldi from English Writer A 2017. I will present my research about semantic analysis of slang in the Simpson movie script. In my presentation will contain a third chapter. First chapter will present about a background, significant background, theoretical background, and etc. And chapter 2 will contain about my research that have contained first is semantic, second is dialect and slang, third is a screenplay, and next is meaning and symbols, etc. And chapter 3 will contain about how I present my research for further more. First is how do I collect my data, and the second is how do I have to collecting my data, and how I design my research, and how can I have a source of data, where do I search that, and so yeah, let's go to next chapter, background. The background in my research, why I choose this research, because this is the common sitcom in America. This is from America that popular in 1987 till now, that very familiar, or we can say the icon of America, of a cartoon. When someone said a cartoon of America, people will say the Simpson. Yeah, this movie will appear in the cinema in 2017 that have a revenue 100,007 million, that winning a Golden Globe for dominating for the best animated feature film. Research question. In my research question, questioning about how to director shown the slang in this movie, and the second is what can be seen in this movie. Objective for research: to identify a lexical and contextual meaning of slang in the Simpson movie script. And the second is to identify the most diminishing slang word used in the Simpson movie script, to identify the type of semantic change of the slang in the Simpson movie. Significance of research. In significance of research, in my research, that is to understand about American slang and its meaning. Why I said that? Because in this movie is iconic and icon of America, that many of content of this Simpson that represent of reality in the America. And third is the second is the writer also wants the readers to understand slang when they are with the users of American slang. theatrical framework. This is my theatrical framework, and in this research have learned about semantic because in this study will be focusing of linguistic, and semantic is one of branches of linguistic society with this research. After researching and learning more about semantic, research choose to focus on slang and dialect. Slang and dialect is a figurative language that is used when people communication with other and clarified the point. The research choose script of movie by David Silverman with the title The Simpsons of movie by David Silverman with the title Simpson movie to take data to be analyzed as the kind of literary work that has a slang of dialect. In chapter 2, we first is semantic. Semantic formed in 1999 in page 151 said that for the 1,000 years, philosophers have been pondering the meaning, yet speaking of language can understand what is said to them and can produce string of words that are meaningful to the other speakers. He also state that semantic is the study of the linguistic meaning of morphemes, word, phrase, and sentence to understand language people study. Semantic because they need to know meaning of word and the morpheme that make the meaning of word combine into phrase and sentence meaning. They must interpret the meaning of utterance in the context in which they are made. Slang and dialect. Dialect and slang are two important terms in the language. Dialect refers to a variety of language spoken in certain geographical area or spoken by a particular group of people. Slang is an informal, non-standard variety of speech which consists of newly coined and rapidly changing words and phrase. The main difference between dialect and slang is the slang is distinguished by its vocabulary, where dialect indicate different in grammar, vocabulary as well as a pronunciation. Screenplay. According to Lynch, 5 CE said is it a gate or outline for a movie, a blueprint or diagram, or maybe a series of image chain and a sequence strung together with the dialogue and description. Like birds on a strand, parts is a simple the landscape of dream. The edition screenplay is not a novel and more certainly not a play. The screenplay is a different with the script. The screenplay always written to be played on a screen movie, television, or computer screen, but the script may also play to stage a play, a video game, a radio program, or computer program script. So make sure you clear it in on your pitch. Symbol and meaning. Symbol, according to Dilston, the symbol comes from the basic verb symboline in the Greek. It means matching that the two parts are being matched are called symbols. A symbol is originally object, a sign, word, which is recognize each other with meaning that has been understood. Symbols are particular center of attention, a meaning of a communication, a basis for mutual understanding. Every communication with other. Language of meaning uses a symbol. Kesher gives instruction to human nature about symbols, which are always related to one to symbolize idea, based on a considered impression principle for visualizing the idea in the form of symbol. Second is a circle symbol function, and the third is a symbol system, which is as a system contain various terms that make up the symbol webs. Meaning, according to Baumeister on 1991, said the meaning contains several interrelated parts of trust between object, event, and relationship. Baumeister stresses that meaning ultimately provides direction and interaction for each individual, which behavior become purposeful rather than merely behaving based on instinct or impulse. Franklin and Weibel in 2001 said conceptualize meaning as an experience in response to demand in life, exploring and believe there are unique tasks in life. Allowing his time to experience or believe in the world meaning, Franklin believed that every individual has the capacity to fight difficulty external, informally, the resist physical, psychological impulse to enter to a new dimension of self-instance. Their new dimension are meaning of matter of meaning and include the drive to be significant and valuable in life. Let's move on in the chapter 3. In my research design, the research used qualitative descriptive method of analyzing the term and dialect on this movie. Qualitative descriptive motive method is a research that produces descriptive data in a form written on or oral words. For social science, research is under particular pressure. Qualitative research must be able to demonstrate that they are developing methodologies that have the capacity to provide answer to important social question. That qualitative descriptive method is to reveal the intention fact, phenomena, variable, and circumstance occur when research takes place by presenting what really happened. In the research descriptive qualitative methods used to describe everything which is related to the topic of this research. The research has made a script the data to analyze the Simpson movie. In this research, the research focused on Austin theory. Source of data. In this research, the research took the data used from the Simpsons series that have movie called The Simpsons Movie. The Simpsons Movie was a series that was adapted into a film. This series was popular in America as a cartoon which not intended by children. From this movie, many aspects of linguistics can be noticed, including speech acts, speech style, slang, dialect that are performed by this movie. C. Produce of collecting data. In collecting data, the research will apply several produce as follow. 1. Watch the movie many times and mark any visible terms or dialect. And second, collect data in the form, sentence, or utterance from movie content subtitle which indicate the presence of semantic. Third, next, identify the data, take in transcript. Fourth, classify the data that has been found and collecting into categorize the word or sentence into speech act, then analyze the data, and last make conclusion based on a finding. Technique of data analysis. The technique used in this research was the purposive sampling. Purposive sampling is a random sampling technique where the Research determines sampling by determining specific characteristics that are appropriate to the purpose of the study. So that is expected to answer the search problem that is expected to answer the research problem from this movie. I think this all for my research. Thank you for watching and see you later. Goodbye.
Sebenarnya biar nggak kebaca semua.